show you how things can go wrong on these early Bosch systems, EFI. This is a cold start injector. Its function is to give a extra shot of fuel through a separate injector. It's located right here, okay, on your fuel injection system. When it's cold, like, below, uh, 60 degrees, 50 degrees, just a little bit extra, maybe even colder than that. In fact, there's even specifications printed right on how, what fuel, what temperature is affected by it, how long it stays on and off. Anyway, the bottom line is when it's warm like it is today, it's probably 90 degrees here, 90 degrees Fahrenheit. When you connect it up, there's actually two things going on. There's a heater inside and a switch inside and a common ground to the body, okay? But if you connect it up like this, you should see, if it's warm, you should see an open because the switch is open. And if it's cold, you'll see about 60 or 70 ohms, because when it's cold, then that means the ground is completed and to one of those wires, and the other wire is the heater, so you get basically the heater resistance. As you can see right now, this thing's wide open. Okay, I've got it at 100K. It's not reading anything. Okay, so if I take this and plug it into the car, you'll see that it reads something different. So what we're going to do now, we're just going to, excuse me, we're going to go over here and make this connection at the car. All right, stand by. I'm going to take the setup. Everything hooked up exactly the same. And we're going to plug this connector into the cold start on this one. There's two things you got to watch out. One's a heater, and one's a temperature sensor, and one's a cold start. I mean a thermo time switch. I'm going to go into the thermo time switch. It's always a large or fat one. Okay, now look. This is on a car that I've already run today, so it's like 120 degrees. And as you can see, I think it's shorted to the heater inside somehow. There's no way you should get 70 ohms now. Okay, that means that the thing's shorted out, and it's going to always want to fire the cold start injector no matter what. That's what it would look like. Remember, that's what it would look like if the car was cold. So that's telling this injector, hey, fire, even though it's 120 degrees out here. There's no reason for it. Every time you start the car, it's going to want to start. Even if you've been driving it, and you pull into a gas station, it's going to want to shoot some more fuel into there. So that's obviously a problem. I don't know what went wrong on that in cold start, on that thermotime switch, but it's clearly bad. So we're going to have to fix that. I'm going to replace that. And is it a big deal? No, because it only fires. Remember, it only fires when you actually have the switch turned to start. So it's not a big deal, but it's not right. And that's the thing about these cars. There's no redundancy in the system, i.e. the O2 sensors. Oh, I have to pull back my fuel trims a little bit because of blah, blah. No. This thing's real dumb. You might as well put a blindfold on it. It has no idea what's wrong. It assumes everything works. So if it's not working, it's got some sensors bad or some wiring's bad. I'm going to see if I can hook up to the temperature sensor while we're sitting here. I don't know if I'll be able to or not. I don't know if it'll fit on this. Let me try to relocate this thing over there. This is really not the right kind of plug for this thing because it doesn't snap in very well. Stand by. Okay, what am I trying to do here? Oh yeah. Gosh, that thing's hard. Engine's hot too. Oh, there it is. I gotta get kind of underneath it here. Okay, now we're off. Now again, just for grins, we'll plug another one in, okay? And we'll just do it one more time right here. Just double check all your wiring, make sure everything's right. And it's off. Okay, there's no connection there. All right, so that's what I'm saying. I know that this thing here is a problem that's installed. So this is going to get replaced. This is a good one. I've already tested this one by putting it in ice water. You put this in ice water, hook that thing up, it will turn on or short out, or short the ground the thing is supposed to, and then you'll read 60 ohms across these two. That is you're reading the heater through the ground connection. And as soon as you hold onto it and warm it up, after a few seconds it'll click off and it'll open up like it is now. So I know that's good. So that one's going to get replaced. I don't know if I can get this connector on the temperature sensor. It's kind of a weird situation here. Let me see if I can click this thing on. I may or may not be able to do this. I don't know. It's kind of a tough fit. Nah, I can't really get to that one. These clips here don't always work because this thing sticks out so far it's actually interfering, but I'm going to see if I can get a reading off the temperature sensor. And this car's warmed up, so I'm going to guess it should be about 300 ohms. So keep an eye on this meter, and I'm going to see if I can't carefully bridge across these two. It's not very, this is not really an easy thing to do though. I'm going to try to connect across those two connections on the temperature sensor. So you might see it flash around a little bit. I don't know if I can do it or not. I'm trying to get the probes on it. I'm not going to be able to do that. But anyway, that's it. So that thing's coming out. And I also rebuilt this. If you're having problems with your EFI, especially with respect to like running rich or lean, 9 times out of 10 it's going to have something to do with this connection that plugs into that temperature sensing unit on the cylinder head. Okay, it's very sensitive to that. If this opens up for any reason or increases that resistance, it's going to think the engine's cold and it's going to try to richen the mixture up. So what I did on this one was I actually had to transplant a couple of connectors, because these plastic things tend to break. I cleaned up the pins real well. I made sure there was no green crusties, and I put new boots on it. And then over here on this side, I deoxed it and used some spiral wire brushes to get in there and clean those female ends out, and I just washed it. You know, the male ends were okay. So anyway, there you have it. So this will go in, the new temperature, the new thermo time switch will go in, and hopefully that will take care of it. Talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.